they were kind of firing people that I really wanted to work with, that they were reorganizing people. I'm like, well, I can't work within this organization when I don't even know who's going to be here on Monday.
Dave, you were known as the TikTok guy at the Washington Post. That's how I knew you. You recently left the Post to focus on your own media venture, Local News International, which you started before you left the Post. And on full disclosure, you and I talked quite a bit
Yeah.
during this. I
Thanks
talked
again.
to everyone at the Post. I do their exit interviews. I discuss whether they should stay or go. I discuss their current offers.
It was my only exit issue, by
I
the way.
know. One of when Ben Mullen was doing a very nice piece on me, he said, "I've heard you get fees for these consulting." I was like, "No, I should charge these fuckers." But I do talk to pretty much everyone who leaves the Washington Post at this point. So, but talk about your decision. Not that you're not special, Dave, but including your letter to Jeff Bezos, which was very funny. Talk a little bit about what made you do that, because one is I was shocked that they let you have those subscribers. I think I expressed that to you, and I said, run as fast as you can. But go ahead, talk about
Yeah, I ran all the way to Kansas City. I've been based here a year, but it actually, I think that distance, that physical distance, did help me in the end. They couldn't find me anywhere. But jokes aside, I left for many reasons. I mean, it was building up for a long time, and even a couple of years ago, I had said to my editor, Lauren Sachs, I just feel like there's a ceiling here, and I'm hitting up against it, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I got the bubble, and I'm just hitting it, and there's a fan.
What was the
There's long
ceiling?
metaphor. The ceiling was just that I kind of accomplished everything I set out to do. I was hired all the way back in 2017 to reach younger audiences, and I felt like, starting in 2019, I started to accomplish that by pitching TikTok, and obviously it went quite well. But I just felt like, okay, I'm just growing this audience just to grow this audience, when I have other ambitions. Like, I want to do my own version of The Daily Show one day. I want to be that person. And it just, within the Post, they really tried to structure it, starting late last year, of how maybe we could do this. But then I just felt like things were not consistent there, on a number of levels. To the Post credit, they really tried to engage with me on this. And but as they were doing that on the side, they were kind of firing people that I really wanted to work with. That they were reorganizing people. Like, well, I can't work within this organization when I don't even know who's going to be here on Monday. That was another driving force. And then, I mentioned Lauren. She mentioned one day, hey, like, if you're going alone, or going out on your own, I'll go with you. And so did
Yeah.
Micah, the head of video. And so that also gave me the further
You took the whole
strength.
team. You basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great people that work there and still work there, but I took the people who, were kind of facilitating. I mean, Lauren was basically my voice of reason whenever I wanted to make a really ridiculous TikTok and kind of bring it back a little bit, but also she knows my voice. And Micah was the person who greenlit it in the first place back in 2019, when it's hard to remember now, but no one in the newsroom knew what I was talking about. The first pitch I said is like, oh, Musical.ly, it's now TikTok. Now, I don't know what Musical.ly is. So I had to really just start to make it and show them, once videos went viral, hey, this could be something that works within our newsroom.
Was it difficult to leave from your? I think everyone I talk to at the Post doesn't want to leave, but that's a whole nother ball of wax of what's happening there.
I think I just have tried to leave so many times in so many different ways, just in terms of like thinking about it and going, maybe I should. And so it made it a little bit easier this time around. Again, I'm not joking. The physical distance of being remote probably helped too. But the hardest thing is leaving something that you really believe in, maybe sometimes past tense believed in. I'm still not sure. That's really difficult, because I wouldn't have my career without the Post.
But you didn't think a legacy media organization could be entrepreneurial.
I think that's kind of where it started to go. The Post was very supportive of what I was trying to do, but it just got to a point of like, I just, I'm getting too much in the weeds with too many people, and I just want to like be creative and fun. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I mean, I wanted to like approach it in a way where I was excited about it every day and not bogged down by medians of, should we do that? I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, one of the explanations when someone asked me why I left all these places early was I don't like mama telling me what to do ever. So that's really it. But Katie, talk about like when you run a legacy organization like that, when you have to inspire people. One of the things I did notice you did, because I had run newsrooms, so I understood exactly what you were doing, is you got excitement around reporting and Doge in particular, and you rode that fucking story to the end, essentially, and it was an end. But talk about that, like making people excited to stay at a place like that. How do you create an organization where increasingly people are becoming entrepreneurial and they leave, and they're the ones that have the most energy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want them to be excited about the reporting. And I think at this point, if you work at Wired and you're not excited about the reporting, I would be very surprised because those people left a long time ago. So I think that just my own energy and enthusiasm for what we do and like wanting to like fucking win. Like I wake up every day just desperate to win. Like I and they can feel it. And so there's that piece of it. But I think the other piece of it for us is that I want them to be stars. Like this is my talent. And I mean that not just as like reportorial talent. Obviously they're incredible reporters, editors, producers who work here. I want them to be known. I want them to be known as vertical video stars, as podcast hosts, as YouTube hosts, as newsletter writers. I mean, one of the first things we did when I started is we took Wired's YouTube channel, which had been built on like celebrity content, autocomplete, just stuff that had like nothing to do with the brand and that involved literally zero people from the newsroom. And we said, okay, we're going to pilot some shows where Wired journalists actually host them because like, wouldn't it be amazing and very rational to
Mhm.
have our journalists on this platform that we operate as the
Right.
brand Wired? So I want them to become stars.
Mhm.
And in my view, if they become stars and ultimately that star spins itself into some sort of entrepreneurial
Mhm.
situation where they go and launch their own thing,
Mhm.
that's amazing to me.
Right.
That's
I
amazing for them. It's amazing for Wired. And then I go get to hire another young up and coming star and hopefully like build them up to a place where they want to go be an entrepreneur. I see that as almost like a role for legacy media to play in this. Instead of trying to fight it, it's like that's what audiences want. Lean into that. Give people an opportunity to build that here. And then if they go build it themselves somewhere else afterwards, like the 404 team at Vice, I mean, they worked for me. They reported to me and I let them do their thing. They didn't need much interference, but the idea that they would have built what they built at Vice and then go and spin it off into this amazing publication that they run themselves, that's such a victory. Like that's amazing.